and that all people be treated equally. I will also say that this is an issue that we consider, and I consider, to be a human rights issue, and that will not change.
A bill has been proposed to the Parliament of Ghana, which has all kinds of ramifications, which is now being considered by the Parliament.
So please, committee members that will refer the bill to, we want the report. Don't be intimidated by any person.
Regarding the constitutionality or otherwise of several of its provisions, and the Parliament is dealing with it. At the end of the process, I will come in.
That is undemocratic. What is democracy? That somebody else will have to dictate to me as to what is good and what is bad? Unheard of. Because we have decided to devalue ourselves and go a begging. Come on, we have more than enough. God has created more than enough for every person.
But in the meantime, the Parliament is dealing with it, and I have no doubt that the Parliament of Ghana will show, as it's done in the past, first of all, its sensitivity to human rights issues.
Just because we are looking at somebody else's share, not yours. We have enough in the world. This is the word to His Excellency the President. There is no way he can intervene. That answer he gave. That is now before Parliament. And when he gets to a stage that he has to review, come, hey, please. This is legislation, this is not execution.
Ebusia form wa kwa de ba Xposed so na ebo ane de minimum de echi na ya sene enimu no yenim se eye VP Vice President of United States of America eba hanu ma munsem de bebre ebi so oba no on the purpose of Russia Ukraine and tokwa no maybe they need the side of we the Africans enti na otu sa na mo no ebi so ka se Ghana for make move to China for aid and as support nti no say mu pese yenta omochi nsensemu bi mu ka third one nsensem ni ade no page type from the West Africa no and as Africa no nti no mutu sa na mo ebi so ka say LGBT na ebi so ka say ne nyina so ye den ewo mu na ne dey dia amaye hu ye hwe VP Kamala Harris nana motu otuba Ghana hanom no na Addo so yi o maye hu say terrorism threats a Ghana yenya ewo hanu say no they are into support no si come with support betimi dia boy ho ban ni ade ni nyina 100 million US dollars as kai die yentimi ndh na yentimi nkan because sika no Ghana for say ye din na daso ne mo no enkofu bi pockets ana ebeko na eto enkomo no so no Kamala Harris edma ensem bi atudwa ma ye hu se efa LGBT se na kofo ka se ne ba na oba no ejina sai no so ntim oma ye hu se omu US no we already know their stand say omu also no Kamala no in politics and say ni jumedi odi na no is for human rights so no she stands as human rights senior we all observe equality in our community and in our society and in our nation no equality near the adenia the neighbor born sem su bebre say we all know say US understand and this LGBT from they are included in human rights and equality no they are included and man true no true at the bag and jina so yeah we mu jina so ma US for media DHD eba am say busa na nadum sensem for LGBT man nadum so e make ni clear nadum nsem no because Addo is very like or a very meaning so you're right or you're smart and na say because they will answer a question or no who say LGBT no or tie US fuchi and I say be a sikana I say they might not perceive dia ne kase mu who say Addo is on the side of LGBT and I say on support it because who say also declare say be Ghana and as Ghana as a nation we are not in support of this LGBT and send Uganda other nations for so no my who declare say they are not in support omo the band atosu ewo mkrom Nana Addo ma ye hu say the band ato so anaso ma ye hu say or support and support because the kasa na o ma ye no it was very smart obeka say smart can say answer no the ma US phone adofo ye kotie Nana Addo enum sem ene Kamala Harris edini de mo fanchem na ehu Kamala Harris almost sensem no to the LGBT no embra.
Let me be clear about where we stand. First of all, for the American press who are here, you know that a great deal of work in my career has been to address human rights issues, equality issues across the board, including as it relates to the LGBT community. And I feel very strongly about the importance of supporting the freedom and supporting and fighting for equality among all people, and that all people be treated equally. I will also say that this is an issue that we consider, and I consider, to be a human rights issue, and that will not change.
Oh, yes. What's the name?
Kano Youngs of the New York Times.
Zolan. Ms. Young, so thank you for the question. First of all, we don't have any such legislation here in Ghana. A bill has been proposed to the Parliament of Ghana, which has all kinds of ramifications, which is now being considered by the Parliament. It hasn't been passed, so the statement that there is legislation in Ghana to that effect is not accurate. No legislation. The bill is going through the Parliament. It's going through the Parliament. The Attorney General has found it necessary to speak to the committee about it regarding the constitutionality or otherwise of several of its provisions, and the Parliament is dealing with it. At the end of the process, I will come in. But in the meantime, the Parliament is dealing with it. And I have no doubt that the Parliament of Ghana will show, as it's done in the past, first of all, its sensitivity to human rights issues, as well as to the feelings of our population, and will come out with a responsible response to the proposed. The legislation was a legislation that is being provided as a private member's bill. This is not an official legislation of the government, but it is one that has been mooted by a handful of private members. So we will see what the final outcome of it. But my understanding from a recent discussion I had with the chairman of the committee, the substantial elements of the bill have already been modified as a result of the intervention of the Attorney General. We will see what the final outcome.
Adofo ya kwhwe video ya ba na video ye chinsem ane dosu. Speaker of Parliament Babin ono so din se ya betudwa obeka say we travel Nana Addo yi papa na say wa Nana Addo hu dia onu Nana Addo no is going in for. And I say empo Nana Addo maye hu na adwen a odi na adwen owo efa LGBT mu a ono Speaker of Parliament no mama ye hu stand bibi ochina e wosa ensensem hu yenim say edikan mu and I say mre bi mu na sa LGBT ensensem sorry ye no Speaker of Parliament be kasai me hu say Ghana ye Christo man and I say Ghana e mu no bibi sa no is against our moral rights ye Nana no ni ade nyina no enti sa na no after say Nana Addo shia Kamala no omude omkasa fa bhwe nkomo fa LGBT nsesem ono so de nsa betudwa kire se Nyankopon bo nipa no o se monwo na wase endore se empoano anwea na LGBT nsesem no de onim no se o se nipa de ye multiply na Nyankopon anhye mra ne se mawumenwo mama maso endore enu tu no bo ba ebo ma na se nyame akasa asem we ye den yetimi soriti ye Nyankopon num asem ana se Bible mu nsem se bema ni bema enfom to oba ni oba enda na eno be den adore ma yase den yatre ewo oman mu na afensu ni nsem kiremu no se there is a bill on pass Parliament concerning this LGBT na sa bill no watwen a ye committee omotifa na nkofo ade omo da LGBT ensensem ya no say bill no omo hwehwe na obi aje say won be san won be giato mo di no mo hu omo stand na embedu ni afa ye declare concern and I say all these things no ebe koso with ye Ghana constitution emra de we kasafa san nyoma we hu na it will be outside ye emra no and afa so no the way other nations no ye sister nation brother nations no ma deal with it no eno so ye eba ye so bi mu de we ebe deal with through your constitution how nemo mu no watwen a committee perform that committee we mu na no watwen say omudi muaye beba no mo fa muaye embrem na we no sama ye hu say parliament house no decision bi obe making no is fine and I say this is obe making no nanado there is no way and I say ne kase mu no my say there is no way nanado betimi aka so obo bi egu and I say ono di ne tumi eye bibi ne momu no decision obe making eno ena obe china so e de eye bibi adofo yemkotie eye speaker of parliament Bagman and Sam Embra.
I was so happy when I read that Pope Francis directed that no Reverend Father should celebrate over a gay or lesbian marriage. And I said, Roma locuta complete, causa finita. Yes, Rome has spoken, and the matter is ended. So please, committee members that will refer the bill to, we want the report. Don't be intimidated by any person. I made this statement when I was a member of the European Parliament, European ACP Parliament in Brussels. Now we have two of our members who happen to be leading our committee, Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, who are handling the bill. And since we referred it to them up to date, we have not heard anything. I've reminded him many times on the floor of the House. What are the challenges you are meeting? Report to us. If you take action against them, say, oh, because I'm MPP. That's why he's taking action against me. I'm NDC. Because he's taking action against me. Because he's not in my party. That kind of division, that is not the purpose of politics. Politics is meant to unite us. Diversity is natural. There's nothing you can do about it. That is creation. And that is the spice of life. How come we are using that to divide ourselves? Please, let the report flow. We need to legislate. Our friends just passed their law in Uganda. We may not go the way they have gone because our constitution is very clear as to the direction we should move. And so we'll be guided by that. Because if we pass any law against the constitution, it's unconstitutional. So we have to do that. And so what are you afraid of? If you have the whole people behind you, if God is with you, who can be against you? And if God says, please, go into the wilderness, multiply and fill the world. That is God giving you that command. If somebody says, please, don't multiply, how can that person be strong? I don't only speak this way in Ghana. Even at the last meeting we attended in IPU at Bahrain, anybody who listened to my speech, there were sentences on this matter. Luckily, maybe because it's a Muslim country, they applauded me. If it's somewhere else, they will be asking questions. As the vice president just did, is it yesterday? I mean, these things should not be tolerated. That is undemocratic. What is democracy? That somebody else will have to dictate to me as to what is good and what is bad? Unheard of. Because we have decided to devalue ourselves and go a-begging. Come on. We have more than enough. God has created more than enough for every person. It's just because you are looking at somebody else's share, not yours. We have enough in the world. The bill will be passed. This is the word to His Excellency the President. There is no way he can intervene. That answer he gave. That is now before Parliament. And when he gets to a stage that he will come in. Hey, please. This is legislation. This is not execution. Wait until we pass it and then we direct you to execute it. That is when you come in. That is why we are representatives of the people. So in terms of law, which is part of policy, we finalize it. And then the executive now have the authority to implement it, to execute it. Let's get this clear. Once this bill is before here, he is not in charge. I am in charge. I hope the U.S. Vice President is not yet gone, but she will read from me.
For yeti num asem aba na embro ka asem we share comments by bi ka say you have gained my maximum respect. Obi say you gain respect 100%. She say the okani nyina no ye Ghana for any jumu because say ye share LGBT and sensem ya say Ghana nyame ampata ne ekwadituma eni ehu anye tan and you nam na obema afioma no oba no mo fioma no okona bi mu adofo like say na be fast ansem we if you go recently you share social media or snap or TikTok ye nuanu mbeme ya o ma yo mo mba mbere me ye nuanu ye ja say quality ntinu ntimi ntai obi ntimi yi obi from mom na mom kan ye nuanu na wo hwe bi mu a obi wa ni pre photo shoot no wo hwe bema wa dress it so oba twi makeup we ga say time enye fe wo hwe say already na nkasa na is something that it is going on already. And imagine say yasan so agi sadie we atum e den ye be mu organ hanu say and you mu be ma no a share bikini e dey na pool side no dey swimi we be hu oba na say onu no wa hwehwe bag ni ade abobo na so ni ade onu no oni ne nyonku ba nam like yeah ye ni tu ade ekoso e wa bechi adofo den na kafa sansense mu aha na e bo amedi mbesi makram na me ka subscribe like na share channel. Bye bye.